Hello, hello, hello. I think we're live. There we are. Little video, little audio, little music, if you will. It is Monday and it is Realms time. Matt Cutter in the house. Good seeing you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Hope everything is well over there in the desert. We got a little cold front came in this week. It's been like 80s, 90, whatever, past couple weeks. And then this week it's like low 70s, like high 60s, low 70s. It's kind of cool. I'll take that all day. Then we'll go right back up after that, I'm sure. But good seeing you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Hope your week is starting out all right. We are low on low triple digits down here. Don't go outside for too long without protection. Your skin will burn right off. It was a heck of a weekend. At a surprise birthday party for my brother, so I went out for that. And then, yeah, that was pretty good. Last week was the wife's birthday, so celebrated that. And then tomorrow, I got some friends from out of town that are coming in. So it's their anniversary, but they invited a bunch of people, so we're going out for that. It's like, can I just stay home? That's all right. Yeah. It's a dry heat, though. It's a dryness. It's not that wet heat. Let's go take a look at the action. We got a few things going on here. So first things first, I wanted to give a shout out. If you guys are not aware, Sam Bax Hall, at least for the past 2 weeks that I know of, has been streaming Star Realms on Sunday mornings. So, totally by surprise. I know he's been off there for a minute. And he's been streaming other stuff for a long time. And for those of you that aren't aware, Sam was like one of the original Star Realm streamers, broadcasters, things like that. He's done like some broadcasting for like Rocket League and Marbles and things like that. And then just last couple weeks, Sunday mornings was on Star Realm. So make sure you guys check him out. The channel is Baxcast, Baxcast. And also in Star Realms and gaming news, this week is Origins Game Fair. I will not be there this year. Matt the Cutter will also not be there. But Wise Wizard Games is not going to be there, I guess. So that's, some people are kind of working through that. But there will be a tournament that you can sign up through the XP Network app, which is the app company that they've been using for like in-person tournaments for a while now. And XP is like their own company. They work with other companies and they run like, tournaments and things like that through their app. So this is something you can sign up for. It's going to be on Saturday. I unfortunately have another surprise birthday party I'm going to, so I won't be able to join this either. Which is kind of a bummer. But you guys can sign up for this. I believe it's going to be a free tournament in the app, no cost. The prizes are mostly XP in the XP app. They have things that they give. I'm not sure what all they offer. But then also the first place winner does get a $100 Amazon gift card. And you don't have to be at Origins. You can be anywhere outside of it. So they even say here, if you're at Origin, stop by the booth, claim a prize. If not, they'll get it to you. Make sure you guys check that out if you're around Saturday. Matt says, I'm going to win. And I'm going to take down Draconis as well. It's going to be the champ. So we've got that going on. Another thing I wanted to shout out to... there is a apparently limited time offer for people to sign up for the Legend account upgrades. This is where you can purchase this, and then your account will forever get access to everything that they put out for Star Realms. And you'll also get access to the whatever's available in the beta content at the time. Plus you get unlimited credits. So you get free entry to every tournament. And you also get foil shop. Anything there, obviously, you can buy. When your things come up, if you something you don't own, you can buy that, and then you get that avatar border. So it's kind of cool. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. But if you are someone that wants to get access to everything forever, or if you're maybe someone who's only bought a couple expansions in the app and you want to get everything, that's an option. They were at one time, and I believe are still working on it, to have it set up where if you get a Legend tier account, you can then, whatever you had at the time that you bought it, you can then gift to another player. Like all those, so you don't like lose out your money kind of thing. I have not followed up on that. I know there is some difficulty with getting that to work correctly. They're trying to get it into the app or do something to make it work, some redemption thing. There's more information on the Discord channel about that. So, but yeah, I don't want to like say, yes, you for sure get that, because they don't even list it here. But I believe the intention is still to do that. I believe. Again, I can't speak for them. I don't know. But yeah, that's going on here, and I think that is about it for the new stuff. Otherwise, yeah, we still do have all the this is all the stuff that's available in the beta for Legend tier backers, all the Conquest stuff, Rise of Empires, all the good stuff in there. So, and then of course you get all the other stuff as well. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll hop in here. We'll just play some games, take some challenges if anyone send over. Matt, if you're around and want to get a best 2 out of 3 in, I'm more than happy to do that. And yeah, I just want to throw some shout outs for the other Star Realm streamers as well. Tuesdays, check out Cifl Web Guy, CIFL Web Guy. He streams on Tuesday evenings. VQ streams on Thursdays. They've been pretty consistent lately. And Darwin Castle, of course, from Wise Wizard Games, streams on the Wise Wizard Game channel on Saturday mornings. And at least as far as the last couple weeks, like I said, Sam Baxhall has been streaming as well. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We've got a couple of games going on. Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you are. Send over whatever format you want. I'd prefer newer stuff to be involved, but obviously I'll play whatever. Let me get this turned in here with Rage 9. I don't know who this person is. They send me random challenges once in a while, which I'm more than happy to take. It's going to blow up that base for free. Let's get that. Let's get a draw. Let's get that. Let's get that. Frontier Hawk. And let's get that orbital shuttle. And what do we want to get here? Let's go ahead and take a... Ooh, we got a farm ship, but that's kind of like it. You know what? Let's go ahead and just take a Frontier Hawk. So we got a couple cards that's going to cycle through there. Get through more of that deck since we're going to be flipping it anyways. I'll get this turn in here with Kim. And then I'll go ahead and start my game with Matt. She has a turn 1 trade mission right down to the top of the deck. So that's a thing. Okay. So we probably want to look at some defense. I'm really looking at that ion station. And Mega Hauler. Wow, I was just going to slam dunk Stinger. Now, Federation Shuttle's looking pretty tempting with that Mega Hauler out there. I might get ran over, but you know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to try it. There we go. All right, Matt is sending over game 1 here. We're going to get this challenge. Oh, it's all new stuff. We got, we got Colony Wars and Conquest. We got 2 main sets. And then Rise of Empire promos and Rise of Empire heroes. Let's go ahead and do this up, sir. Good luck to you. All right, so we've got a mix of new stuff and a mix of old stuff. We will definitely grab the Guard Bot. That is a scrapper from hand or discard and a docker. Frank, good seeing you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out on this Monday evening. It's been a long day. Stayed up a little too late last night. Without getting into anything political, I did watch the gladiatorial combat on the White House lawn last night, which went till midnight my time. Which is not terribly late, but it's not like I went to bed immediately after, so made for a late night for a Sunday night. Oh, show. All right, opponents got looking like 4 and 4. Yeah, Bioformer's looking like a pretty good purchase there. I was going to slam dunk Battle Cluster now, but another guard bot coming over my way. Oh, and then we flip the cargo pod for the opponent. Well, we will take the Star Barge, and it's praying for another 1-drop, but that was not meant to be. Not meant to be. All right, so right now my opponent has the trade advantage, at least for a good purchase. Now they really got the trade advantage. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Also, with a plasma event out there, I'm not stoked about that. As much as I'd like to just double explore here and get some of this big stuff, I've got to take the battle cluster here. I just can't let my opponent like blob base it up on me. And my opponent has plasma event. There we go. So that's going to kind of suck because my opponent knows, even like with my best draw right now, I don't have the cards to deal with that. We are still going to get rid of the Viper. We're still going to try to buy some of this expensive stuff. Do I buy the orbital platform? I think I do because of the... then I flip my opponent a Ravager. Oh, this game just went from not good to worse. For sure. Yeah, and I don't even have the 5 to grab that Supply Tender right now. So that'd be something to get me back into the game a little bit. We've got 4 that we can't do anything with. Except for buy a couple Explorers. Yeah, we're just going to get riddled down here. How much damage does this do? 3, 4. Yeah, so it's not even enough to take out that plasma event. That plasma event's just going to stay out there and keep doing damage. Opponent's got the double base action going on. I think they're debating if they want to use the Bioformer or not. They do. They grab the Star Empire Outpost. That is, I believe, a good choice. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right, so we are not looking great here, folks. Scrap a card from the trade row. The issue is, though, we're still going to be short on combat there. Really debating if I scrap that patrol cutter or do I scrap something first. All right, so my opponent's going to have up to possibly 7 trade. Yeah, I'll buy Armada. I almost think I just kill this base. Just for the off chance my opponent gets that. If I get stuck, and I flip him another 7-butt outpost. So, all right, let's go ahead and grab this guy here and see what we can do. We're just getting pounded by this plasma event. We'll see what happens. At least if I would have had like a low-cost machine cult base and I was getting some docking going, I get some more value here, but that's not been the case at all. There goes the Star Barge. The opponent's getting a Star Barge away from me. Ooh, get all the Star Empires away from me. All right. Plasma event's still just going to work. We're discarding a card, drawing a card. You just could not give me one of the 2 trades so I can get one of these 5s, could you? Deck did not want to cooperate at all. I'll buy the base. We are going to be short damage again. Like, are you kidding me? Let's get rid of that ship. All right. Again, we have no outposts, so we're just open season, just taking damage. Opponent's got a whole bunch of trade. 7 trade. There it is. Where are they going? Where are they going? Are they buying a big base? Buying a big ship? Making some smaller purchases? Let's see what they opt to do. Yep. Grab the Armada. That is for sure what I would do. There's the 10 damage. Straight to the face. Opponent may as well. They know I can't defend it. Discard draw. Again, scrap was really good this game, but it doesn't do much if you're just going to die. What do we got here? So my opponent most likely is killing me next turn. So I think the only chance I have is to grab Andy and Popper for a draw and take the blue and hope I get 50-50 shot. Nope. This game cannot help me out at all. Cannot do anything to help. That, I mean, if I would have at least got this guy that had been 4, put me up to 10, I guess I'm still probably dead. Depending on my opponent's draw. But do we get ourselves an outpost? Or I think we got the skiff in this outpost. I still got an outpost and the skiff. So we're still most likely dead. I don't think we get rid of anything there. We leave that. Oh, hang on. We still got to get the... Still have to do it to get the damage. Okay. That's weird. Well, we got the cutter and the storage silo, so we've got a small sliver of hope if we stay alive, but that's only 6 health back. Yeah, so our opponent's got 6, 10. Yeah, my opponent's got 8 there. So that's 14, that's 16. Yeah, so we're dead. We are donezo, unfortunately. Yep, didn't get the outpost. Now my deck's like working like a charm. It's like, what do you need? I got you, boo. Don't worry about it. Let's maybe try to flip a hero. It's a yellow Docker, which is actually pretty cool. I think we put up a pretty good fight, though. But that'll do her. Because we're going to take... we're going to be -6 after this turn. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Good game, sir. Good game. That one ended up being closer than I thought it was going to be there. It was looking like it was getting out of hand pretty quickly. And, no, that was all right. All right, let's get this over here for game 2 versus the Kara. And we are going first this time. Did we go first last time? I can't remember. 2. 2, we will grab ourselves a lightning worm. I love that card. I mean, look at this thing. Draw the card and kill something from the row, and then when you're done with it, scrap it out of your deck. Get it out of there. Does my opponent have 5 for the mech cruiser is the question. Yeah, very weird game, sir. I mean, yeah, it worked. You know, I gambled on the non-blob damage cards, and well, I half gambled, half couldn't do anything about it. But yeah, it's a rough one. That Ravager is huge. But if I could have got like a little, if those bases would have been outpost, I mean, obviously it'd been a way different game, of course. But all right, Matt takes one of my like sleeper cards that I've really fallen in love with a little bit. This Shuttle Base 4 with a 4-bud outpost. It gives you 4 authority and 2 trade every turn. So it's kind of like a barter world where you choose 2 trade, 2 authority, but it's not outpost. I don't know. I'm really digging this card. So I was really hoping Matt would not take that, but he did. And I cannot fault him for that at all. That's a really good card, I feel. We'll take the mining cluster. It's still going to get us a base. It's still going to get us some purchasing power. We know my opponent's got 4 again. They take the Star Barge. They're probably going to pair that up with one of the 2 yellow bases. All right, they take the trade base. That also does the discarding as well. So Matt's going to try to get me a little bit of discardage here. This is tough. Now knowing my opponent's got 2 bases, I've got a good base. Like, Cell Tower looks really tempting right now. But, I mean, obviously, Mech Cruiser just kills all the bases. And it scraps. I think we're going to grab the Mech Cruiser. I don't think I can leave it out there as much as I want to. Grab this. And then we can... Oh, we can scrap from... That's right. Oh, but I think we have to kill the Moonworm. Yeah, I think we have to kill the moon because my opponent's got a really good trade. They have a good shot at getting that. So we'll see. All right, opponent is going to try to base wall up on us. That's, what did they, oh, they had 4. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Mike, ooh. Do I leave the blue Docker out there? Don't my opponent's got a blue base. So, my opponent's got all sorts of base action coming up. Blue Docker's looking pretty tempting. Because I could still take that and take a 3. Let's see what flips. Obviously, I can scrap Stealth Needle or Stealth Tower if I need to. I guess I could just scrap this as well and just take the Stealth Tower. Yeah, I really want the Stealth Tower. I'm going to grab that. Talk myself into it. We will scrap the blue Daka. Keep that away from my opponent. The mining cluster has done some work for me. I'm assuming it's going to go away soon. But I'm very stoked. Lightning Worm. Is this the first time I've drawn Lightning Worm? That can't be right. Maybe it is. Did I bottom deck it? As you can tell, we got the Star Wars remixes channel going now. All right, Matt is going to go Star Empire galore here. Cannot fault that. Lieutenant Bronze is looking pretty good, especially knowing we're both playing a few bases. So we're going to have up to 5. 4, though, if we get a scrap. I think we'd like to get a scrap in here. So we're going to grab Lieutenant Bronze. That is Ninja Nin for those that are not aware. Ooh, do I forgo a scrap to get the Convoy Bot? I think we do. I think we want Convoy Bot. Like more than scrapping it out. Alright, so let's get rid of this shuttle. Oh, I forgot I have a draw. Alright, so I still scrap. Oh, there's the blue Docker, but I've got a... Or did I just try to draw into it? Do I waste this with only 1 out there? I will. Oh, it's just damage. For some reason I was thinking it was a draw. Alright, whatever. I got 2 damage. I was going to try to draw into a trade and then take this Docker. I'm smart. That's fine. Yeah, let's kill that. Ooh. Okay, now do we still miss the scrap and grab Shockbot? I think we do. I think our goal here is to try to bogart all the scrap. And we just flipped an Imperial Dreadnought. So best hand possible my opponent could get would be 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know right now my opponent can't get it currently. So we're okay there. The issue is I'm drawing stuff like this. I don't know if I can do anything about it. Oh, opponent's getting all the damage going here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill this guy. So, okay, my opponent drew Starbarge. We wanted to see Starbarge this turn. We didn't want to see it next turn. Because that means now my opponent is, yeah, they're not going to be able to buy a big card necessarily. Of course, and he's got 2 left over for the Lancer. Come on now. Come on now. This is getting a little rowdy. This is getting a little rowdy. Yeah, well, obviously, that's an outpost, right? Yep, well, obviously, well, hang on. Do we get rid of those? Yeah, because we need 3 to buy Andy anyways. Okay, yeah, so we discard those. I'll say, do I keep those and like buy her and then try to get the naval skiff? 1 out of 3 shot. We'll still buy her. All right, there we go. All right, let's make some action happen. So my opponent should be just all starters in that other base. So, let's see what they end up doing here. Yep, repair bot, excellent purchase. There goes cargo bot. So opponent's looking to get the big trade cards. There are also cards that, if you pay attention, are ones that can scrap themselves. Two. Okay, so we can. We can scrap the Dreadnought. Hang on, let's see what we can do here. So this is, when you get it, you can scrap a card from your hand. So I could copy the cluster. So that gives me 4, 5. I'll get a scrap. And then I can scrap 2 cards off the row. I think we do that. So we're going to buy the Vicar. We're going to scrap the Scout. And then with one of these, we're going to scrap the Dreadnought. And with another one, we're going to scrap this Stellar Rig. That card is insane. That card's so good. That sucks. But it is what it is. We can't get rid of everything. I don't have enough trade or damage to get through. Scrap that to destroy target base. Shuts my opponent out of that base for multiple hands. It's 1 less discard. It's either that or I try to draw, but who knows what I'm going to get. I'm probably going to get 1 damage maybe. You know what? Mining Cluster, you have done me wonders, but it's time to do that. Yeah, 1 damage short. That's kind of stinks. Yep, I would have drew the Viper. I would have drew the Viper that I needed, actually. That's funny. Getting rid of that base also prevents this from happening. So yeah, there's a lot of perks to getting rid of that base. And my opponent gets the 2 Vipers needed. That's unfortunate. And it's really unfortunate because it means my opponent has all of this Star Empire all ready to go together. So we're going to be discarding some cards here, boys and girls. For sure. We are not going to get lots of trade. Let's, I mean, just grab the Predator. We've got the other block card. Watcher for sure we need to kill. Man, all 3 of those bottom decked. And I need damage, and I don't want to necessarily scrap this guy. What? A kick in the shorts. Give me one of them. I'm getting absolutely trolled this game. 1000% getting trolled. My goodness. You know what? Give me this stupid storage silo. Put it right out there. And pop this guy to kill that base so my opponent can't get the 3 bases going. And so now I'm going to draw these and I'm going to get hit. I'm calling it now with at least a discard 3. Let's see it. Stop slow rolling me. Apparently my opponent bottom decked all the discard. Or they're slow rolling. There we go. Now they drew into it. There's 1. You got 2 more? Oh, there's only 1 more in the deck, I guess. Okay, so discard 2 is the most I get hit with. So that's not terrible. Yeah, it sucks getting all this. And my opponent's able to get Commissioner Jal, which is a bad time. But we're going to be able to do some work on this deck here. Unfortunately, I won't be able to buy anything to get some stuff going. All right, there we go. Get rid of that. Scrap. 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 Blow up base for free. One trade we can do nothing with. Pass turn. There we go. Oh my goodness. My opponent didn't play a base at least. Well, we got a Warrior Lava. I'll take that. But the next ship requires turn to on top of deck. But you know what it does? It draws a card because we're going to get blob action. Stealth Tower with no bases out there. But we will take a trade hauler to the top. And that we should see some faction. So this will be our opportunity to try to catch up. The problem is my opponent's got discards and I'm scrapping down. So that means even if my opponent only hits me with 1 or 2 discards a turn when I'm scrapped down, it means I'm scrapping good stuff. And I don't have a lot of cards. So we'll see. So my opponent did pop Jile. Putting that data pirate on top. Ooh, what's a factory world? That we're certainly not going to see, unfortunately. Gets it and puts it right on top for a free destroy base. Congratulations to you. Factory world, not apparently going to be in my near future, that's for sure. Oh, there's a base too. Of course. Of course. There's 2 bases, apparently. Alright. We will have just enough damage to clear those out. Luckily. Opponent is buying that hero. I need a hero! Alright, 2 discards. That's pretty rude. Scrap. Scrap. Yeah, I drew every single starter. We'll buy the cargo pod. Am I short a damage? So I have to scrap the shock pod? Alright. I mean, we will. It's kind of annoying. I miscounted there. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Opponent popping them bases. Getting the bot. Getting another bot. Do they buy the blob scout? They've got a blob hero. Don't be surprised if they don't. They have any other blobs? They have one other blob. Yeah. That's up to them. We'll find out. They do not. And it even allies to draw. So, peculiar play. We can get up to 6. My opponent doesn't have blob right now in hand. So they cannot get plasma event directly out. Now my concern is when they do get plasma event with the cluster pod to put it directly into play, then they're going to have the docker immediately right there, which is annoying. But I'm thinking Cargo Worm is going to be the better overall purchase for us here. Unfortunately, it does mean we're going to not get a scrap in. I think we're okay with that. We have enough to clear the bases. Get a little nib in there. Little nip at them. That Lancer shows up again the turn. I've got the storage silo. Bummer. So the silo is only going to effectively take 1 damage away from me because you get the Lancer bonus. Opponent with the forward trade. So now my opponent buys the Blob as Scout and not the Frontier Ferry. Which I feel is interesting, but hey. To each their own. And my opponent suddenly doesn't have a base out here. The turn I need them to have a base. So I can copy. My deck is pretty low, so I will buy an Explorer. Again, I don't want to like run out of options here. All right, Jump Cruiser, Orbital Platform. We got those platform shoes going. PitchNet Viper. Draw this card. This card's so good. For 2, it does 4, and you get an ally to draw this card for cantripping. That's good stuff. Alright. Some damage, but not a lot else going on there. Alright, so we are going to look at options. So, of note, my opponent did play the Cluster Pod, but they do have a Blob Scout in their deck. So what's annoying about that is my opponent can get Plasma Vent directly to play versus me just buying Factory World. I'm going to have to risk it and just pray my opponent doesn't have the Blob Scout, even though they've got draw discards and all sorts of stuff going on. But yeah, we obviously can't leave Factory World out there. We do have Mech Lord Green out here, which is free destroy a base for 4. Why not? So that sucks. Is what it is, though. I think my opponent's got a couple discards, 3 discards available to them here, potentially. All right, they got some scrap. They got the base. There's 5, and there's enough for Plasma Vent. I'm assuming my opponent's going to grab that. Yes, they do. They do. That is an auto. Oh my god, when it rains, oh my goodness, but I got lucky here. So I'm going to recognize that and call that out. I got lucky. My opponent did not get one of the other yellows to get some ally discard on me here. So I will definitely recognize and call that out. That was fortunate on my part. But we did get the crap beat out of a center. And so now we know my opponent's got this giant Data Pirate. The Lancer to Starbarge coming up. So let's get the Cargo Worm going. Let's get the Predator going. Yeah, we are most definitely buying Mech Lord Green for 2 reasons. He is going to... Oh, we're going to draw a card first. Do we want to scrap anything out before we draw a card? Do you want to buy anything before we draw a card? I'm tempted to buy that Frontier Ferry. I think we will. So now we're going to draw a card, and we're going to blow up a base, blow up a 6. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do here first. So this will give us the most damage. This will give us some life gain back and some trade. Trade doesn't do anything for us here at all. This is not, it's not even in the equation. So it's basically 4 damage versus 4 authority. This will blow up a base for free as well. So yeah, I think we will take the authority actually. Yeah, we'll take the authority. Now do we go to the Explorer? We know we're getting smacked with 2 discards this turn. That sucks. Because I've got this sauce coming up. At least 2 discards. Who knows what, could happen. I think we get rid of the Explorer now. We'll kill the bases. Yes, we'll use the Mech Cruiser on the biggest base that's left. Do I grab... I'm not going to grab an Explorer. I still got 2 scouts hanging out. Alright. There's a Lancer. That Lancer has been a base-destroying son of a gun this whole game. 4 trade. Couple base options. Okay, so this presents a dilemma. I initially was immediately, get rid of Combo Bike, get rid of Cargo Pod. Easy Sauce and grab a base. But now I'm like, do I grab Parasite instead? Keep the Cargo Pod because of the ally draw. I'm going to lose out on the authority gain, though. But the ally draw at minimum will get me a storage silo, which gets me 2 authority. So I think we do get rid of the trade hauler and the convoy bot. That's a big outpost to pass up on. It's a big outpost to pass up on. It's only 6. So I can get rid of both of these. I mean, this is like 9 trade, obviously, but doesn't plasma bots or parasites so tempting. We know my opponent's got a fresh hand. I think they had 2 starters left. It might have been a battle bot and a starter, but I don't think it was anything. But we obviously don't know what their new 3 cards are. So interesting. I would love to get this base directly to play too, but it's not an outpost. So we got to keep that in mind. Even though it does draw. That's actually kind of tempting now that I think about it. So the question here now again is, so we're getting rid of Convoy Bot. Do I still get rid of Trade Hauler, keep the Cargo Pod for the ally damage, I guess? Oh yeah, the ally draw too, I need that. Yeah, so we'd have to keep this. Okay, so either way it sounds like, okay, so we'll just get rid of these 2. Unfortunately. Let's do this. I think we are going to grab the Armada Cluster. Let's do that. That gives us 6 again. These are all really good cards. Really tempted just to grab the outpost, though. I got to stay alive here. And then I think we're getting rid of the Cargo Pod. And we will pass turn. Let's see what happens here. See if this was the right choice. B Wells 80 sending over the challenge. That's a name I haven't seen in a hot minute. I wonder if we're in a league or if that is a random challenge. Opponent again with the Lancer. Granted, now my deck should have bases out every turn, but it's like any turn I haven't had a base. We haven't seen that Lancer anywhere. But he's like a magnet for bases. No discards noticed, so that's something. Are we taking 15 to the face? Or are we taking bases out? I got to see if I have enough to do this. I think this is enough actually for the win now that I look at it. That's going to be Xaxes. Holy smokes. Xaxes. What a freaking game. What a game, Matt. That was phenomenal. Game 2. Going 1-1. My goodness. What a freaking weird good game. Yeah, that was hell of a game. Hell of a game. All right, so we're 1-1 versus Matt. We'll take the rubber match game here. I'm just gonna double check just to see if there is anything I'm missing. I don't think Wells is in my Board Game Geek season right now. No, but it could be one of Dion's. I am in the Lunar Landing series. No, I'm waiting for people to play. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a random challenge. All right, let's go and get this third game here with Matt the Cutter. We'll finish that best 2 out of 3, and then we'll jump over and we'll play Mr. Wells. Good luck to you, Matt. Let's make this happen. And I am going first. Game 3. Well, we're never upset about a turn 1 convoy, but I'll say that. But we got to recognize there is Nano Fleet out here. the heck is this thing? Hang on. We'll wait till Matt's done. Fire Moon, 7 cost, 7 defense, 4 damage, ally destroy base, scrap it for 6 damage. That is a hell. I mean, it's 7 cost, but it's got a giant butt. It's got an ally destroy base, which is always good. Yeah, this is all sorts of good stuff. I unfortunately, well, okay, saving grace. So the bad thing about drawing 3 is you have a obviously much better chance of drawing 2, so you can't buy the 4. But my opponent drew 5, so I know my opponent's only got 3 as well. So they are able to get some trade, Stellar Reef, and Explorer. I think our only option here is to buy an Explorer, unfortunately. All right, so let's do that, and then pass turn. Oh my god, we drew 3 again. Wah, wah, wah. I'm almost tempted now to buy the Storage Salad because now it's not like my opponent's going to get something fresh for the deck, but we'll buy another Explorer. We got to get some trade in this deck here. We are getting some scraps, so we gotta keep the trade going. All right, opponent drew all their trade. Drew the Stellar Reef and the Explorer. They're able to get the base. Oh my goodness, my opponent literally drew all trade. But they only had up to 6, so they could not get the 7. What's this guy do? Scrap a card. Oh, that's one we had before. Oh, this is scrap a card. So they both scrap a card. Interesting. I've got 2 Explorers in deck. I'll grab an Orbital Platform now. We'll grab a Star Barge. Oh, we will definitely kill my opponent's Stellar Reef and pray they don't have 6 trade. I don't have 6 trade. Dion in the house. Good seeing you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. We have a hell of a match going here. We're 1-1. We're in game 3. As mentioned, I also do not have the 6 trade available. Do we take... it's quite the blob action going on there. I'm thinking about just doing something saucy and taking the storage silo. Just make my opponent kill it. I'm doing it. I don't know why. Storage silo was just calling out to me, but it was because there's a swarmer, and then I could have got a naval skiff. But, you know, I fell for the trap. I took the bait. Ooh, opponent gets Ravager as well with that, but we did just get ourselves a Stellar Rig. And we have that base now, so that might do something. We'll see. Who knows? We have a Battle Rocket and a gunship out here. Nano Fleet and Fire Moon still in the house. There goes the gunship. That's bad news for us. Because that card, even if you don't use it for the scrapping for the trade, it's just 5 damage on this card, which is pretty good. Oh, opponent gets double naval skiff, but we do have a... Let's see if we regret this. No, we do not. We do have a Lancer, and we have a defense. What is with these 7s here, people? Mining Mech in the house. My goodness. Double basing. All right, my opponent's definitely going to probably have 7. So they're going to be able to buy what they want and then scrap what they don't want me to have. Yep, there's this. It's like magic. Like it's like I can see the script as it's written. There goes the Fire Moon. Opponent grabs the Fire Moon. With my opponent's lack of scrap, I cannot believe they take Nano Fleet. It draws 2, plus it scraps. But hey, it doesn't do any damage. And my opponent wants to throw the Great Wall of China up here, so I guess that makes sense too. So yeah, blowing up the base. Taking the 1. There you go. Oh, gets rid of this. Oh, Stealth Tower makes a reappearance. This card likes to hang out. All right, so we've got a 25% shot of getting that storage silo. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. One time. One time. There we go. Man, we've got all sorts of things going on here. I think this game I have to buy Cell Tower. That's like not even a question like it was the other time. Do I grab Nano Fleet? I think I got to take the Battle Rock. I need the damage. I love this card, but I don't think now's the time for that. It might be. So we've got 7. Something tells me to take the Nano Fleet still. Can I kill any of these bases? Holy smokes, I wasn't even looking at that. I can kill like 1 base. Man, that's really telling me like maybe the Battle Rocket is the way to go. I need the damage. But do I really want to... Oh, well, unless my opponent gets Gunship, they can't get it. But if they have Gunship, then they can get themselves a Nano Fleet. I gotta grab the Battle Rocket. I need the damage. I need to draw this card. I'll take a Patrol Freighter. I'm good with that. Blob Scout. Take it away from my opponent. They can have it. I'll kill what I can. This is going to be a rough turn. We did gain a good chunk of authority there, at least, which was nice. Deanna, I hope all is well there for you and the fam. We are still, I feel, adjusting to the Monday stream, for sure. Is my opponent forced to hate purchase bacon? We'll see. Oh, no, they've got a much better option with the base there, yeah. I like this. I mean, it's 4 damage, yet it's 5 defense. It's just the numbers are flipped than what we're used to normally seeing, so... Alright, I think... Oh, hang on. Do we want to buy the Convoy Bot? Since we didn't get that... Did my opponent scrap the Nano? Or they did scrap the Nano Swarm. Okay. So I can get Warning Beacon, and I can buy another Convoy Bot. Okay, I think we do that. I think we missed a scrap. We'll buy this first. Of course, another beacon shows up. That's funny. I know I should have bought the first one. Whatever. Scrap nothing. Grab that one. Play it. Scrap that. Just enough to kill both bases. There we go. Let's do it up. There is the Fire Moon. Man, that thing's a big-ass base. Look at that thing. Hate by the Warning Beacon, do it. There's the Firing Point. Alright, let's get this guy out here. Draw. Did not draw the Freighter. Did not draw the Stealth Tower either. Yeah, we'll grab the Firing Point. Yeah, it does. I mean, look at this thing. The big old booty on there. Ooh, Mr. Moss is in the house. We are always happy to see Mr. Moss. And we can buy this. See, this card I like. Because at minimum, it can scrap to draw. So I'm not ever, like, super hesitant to buy that card. I guess I could have spent 4 and bought something bigger. Guess I'm not paying attention. That's okay. That's okay. I don't have freaking 7 damage. I ain't got 7 damage. I ain't got that kind of damage around here. What you talking about? What firepower you think we're playing with here? Oh, there goes the second Warning Beacon. It's out of here. Ravager comes down and says that's enough of that. Oh, there's the Gunship. Gunship came to play. Gunship said, get that out of here. Alright, there was a Swarmer. Swarmer also said, get that out of here. Ain't playing. Alright. Couple scouts. Would love to get my hands on a Supply Tender, but that's not happening. 20 freaking damage? Where did 20 damage come from? You played like 2 ships. That's obscene. We got Mr. Dixon out here. What's he do again? Buy a base, put it on top. This is okay. Unfortunately, discarded the scout. So I'm going to draw a discard, and I guarantee it's going to have me draw the patrol freighter. And then I'm going to have to decide, do I keep the Lancer or not? Or do I actually just keep the, do I not keep the platform? Because if I get the patrol freighter, I've got Moss out here to ally with it. So that's a lot of damage and a lot of life gain. Yeah, I think we get rid of the platform if we do that. So let's do that. As I said, it'll make me make that choice. That's fine. We'll get rid of the platform. Do we get the aging battleship or do we get the supply tender? I mean, with how much damage we're taking, I almost think we need the tender just to try to stay alive. Let's copy my opponent's base before we forget to. And we do something dumb like kill it, and then we can't copy it. Because that is absolutely... Oh, I think I just need to gain the life here, actually. And then we've got 2. I'll say that's the problem, that 2 doesn't do anything. But the 5 buys some nice stuff. I mean, what's the odds we're going to take 20 damage again this turn? Apparently pretty good. Even though my opponent has every single starter, and they're still able to pull off 20 damage by playing 2 ships. All right, I think we have to make a purchase here. Mr. Moss, thank you for your time. Aging battleship just seems like an auto purchase. But the supply tender with the opportunity to keep me alive. I've got 5 bases in my deck. This could be such... my opponent's going to go through the whole deck. Am I going to live through this? That's the question. Aging Battleship hopefully will draw me 3 cards the first time I play it. We'll go with that. We're going to spend 7 of our damage into this frickin' base. Alright, the score is tied, but who knows? Is there a way to add expansion cards, but without, like, events and heroes and such? Absolutely no. Nomadic, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you hanging out this evening. I can go through after this game and kind of show you. So the nice thing is, when you purchase your expansions, you can pick and choose what you purchase, or let's say you do like the Legend Backer, where you just get everything. You still, when you play a game with someone, you can choose which sets you want to play with. And the ones that have heroes and the ones that have events, they're very clearly marked which ones they are. I'll kind of go over that here for you after this. All right, so my opponent did play a base, but not the one, and we're not going to get 3 draws, but we'll get 2 draws. We'll take it. We're not upset by that. All right, let's get a draw here. Let's get a Lancer. All right, so apparently that's enough of our shenanigans there. We'll grab the supply tender now. I think we'll copy that guy. Yep, absolutely. I'll go through here. As soon as we're done with this, I'll kind of walk you through that a little bit. That's not an issue at all. We'll grab that Imperial Hunter. I love that card. We're actually going to grab the Trade Hauler, I think. Again, we are focused on staying alive here. We're just focusing on staying alive. There we go, pass turn. But yeah, some people, they're not a fan of like the different cards is what I would kind of call that. Events, missions, heroes, for sure. And then obviously some packs have leaned towards a little more like quirky cards, like, promo set 1 has got like cards like the Arc in there, which a lot of people think is kind of unbalanced. So, as you play through, you can kind of go through and pick and choose what you want to play with from, which sets you want to play with and kind of base it on that. Some people don't like Colony Wars because Colony Wars has cards that there's a few cards in there that if you play a card of a certain kind, you can put it directly into play. You know, that's when that first came out. Now there's more stuff in Conquest that has that. But so just an example there. There's, you know, different things like that. Opponents put up the base wall here once again on us. My opponent just drew their whole deck. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, so especially like if you're just sending out like a random challenge, there's a way you can do that too. I'll show you that. So there's some different things you can do there. There's ways where you can, if you send something and play AI mostly, yep. Yeah, absolutely. There's a thing you can set on there. You can, you know, pick your sets. And now if you're playing like the campaign and stuff like that, I can't speak to that. I'm sure with the campaign, you're forced to play with whatever they have. You know, I don't think you get a choice there. Jesus, that's a big base. Frontier Fortress. 7 cost, 7 defense, 5 damage, 5 authority gain. That's a big one. That's a big base. All right, 20. So I was looking good at killing my opponent this turn until they gained 6 life that turn. That's not what we wanted to see. Let's get a scrap in there. Let's get a base. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy. Like I said, this guy here. Ooh, what's my opponent got here? So 2 discards just gets rid of these 2. That's not a big deal. So yeah, we will draw. I mean, that's not the worst thing, I guess. It's not really great. Especially because I got to put 8 damage on my opponent's bases. I'm only going to do 4 to him. Yeah, I think I have to. I don't have a choice. Now, grabbing the Mining Swarm seems good because it keeps away from my opponent. And at worst, I can scrap it for 5 damage. Yeah, so it has a self-scrap ability, so I feel okay buying that as a hate purchase and something I'm going to chuck at them for 5. So we'll make that happen. Opponent's 1-up bases. Commander Brandt in the house. My opponent does not have the trade for him, so Commander Brandt is no longer in the house. He's been exiled. Alright, opponent blows up my base, does some damage. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, so hopefully some cool stuff. Draw a discard. We will once again draw a discard, and I could not get the convoy bot to ally. No! That would have been game. That would have, unfortunately, been a game. Alright, so let our opponent keep hanging on. See what we can do. This is such a weird deck I've got going on here. It's like red, yellow, damage, scrap, but then it's like, we're going to gain life on the side. And keep talking like that's our focus, but oh, this could be it. This could be it. Let's copy this. I think this is it. There it is. Xaxes once again. Xaxes. My goodness, what a freaking game. Good game, sir. Good set and match, Matt. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it, buddy. What a set. Get him with Xaxes right at the end there. Good game, sir. Good game. Yeah, so Gnome, let's take a look here. So if you wanted to do versus AI, what you want to do is you want to do select expansions. And then what you want to do for like what you're saying is the ones that are heroes and events. So this is like the first set of cards. This is the second. This is the third, and so forth. Gnome, do you have the legend tier backer, or do you just have like the regular? So you get an idea what you're working with there. Regular. Okay, perfect. So I don't know if you have like all the regular or not. So The beginning stuff. So the first one, okay. So base set, Colony Wars, and Frontiers. Those are like base sets. So those are like, you're going to need at least one of those to play the game. And then all the other ones are expansions from there. So you can turn your command decks off. You have them all. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, what you want to do then is, let's say if you want to play everything minus heroes and events, if you hit this check mark, it'll pick, excuse me, it'll pick everything from there. And then you can just unselect, you can just double click and then unselect here events, unselect heroes. And then same thing here. You can pick everything. You can unselect heroes. I don't know if you like missions or not. You can unselect missions as well. And yep, this will give you the regular cards. And then you select everything here. And then you just take off heroes. And that's the only... Do you want promos and tech and all that stuff too? You just don't want heroes and events? I took missions off too because that's like the other kind of like the oddball out there that some people do or do not like. So yeah, this will give you like all the cards then with no events, no heroes, no missions, and all stuff that's just in production, nothing in beta. One way to select is all ships and bases. Yep, so that's this. Well, I take that back. So you take off tech. That's it. First Strike might have some... It has like a couple tech cards in there, I believe. But because it's kind of like... It's like a combination of these other ones. Yes, so to clarify, so Crisis Heroes... So the other cool thing you can do too is you can always click on this here. And then you can... actually click over on this. So like you click Crisis Heroes, then you click on the card, and you can literally page through the whole deck. It'll show you everything that's in there. And then one thing you want to pay attention to is the color down here. If it's silver, it's foil because it's kind of messing with it a little bit. But if it's silver like that, that means there's 2 of them in there. If it's white, there's 3, and if there's gold, there's only 1. Not individual cards. No, you can't take out individual cards on the app. You can at home, when you're playing that way. But like if you played like this, let's say, and then you took out First Strike, because again, that's like a mixture. So this here, promos, I think that's just ships and bases. Yep. So all of this stuff here that I've selected, or Frontier Events, got rid of that. Yeah, absolutely. So if you select like this will give you, you'll only have ships and bases. You won't have any events, no tech, no heroes, no missions. The only oddball thing out here is with USB promos is you'll have the drones from Brooder, but that's nothing. Those are again are still just ships and bases anyway, so. But yeah, this here will give you everything that's currently out. That's no events, no heroes, no missions, no tech. While we're doing that, while Gnome's taking a look at the deck, let's go and hop over here. We did have that challenge from B Wells, so we'll go ahead and grab that here. Base and Frontiers. So, I know that there's a tournament going on for this right now. So this is where I double check just to make sure that we're not playing each other right now. We are not currently playing each other, but B Wells just got knocked out by Tatiana, so they're probably down in the losers bracket. That's where I'm at right now. Who did I lose to? It was just a random beatdown too, against someone that I'm not that familiar with. I just got destroyed like 2 games in a row. Either way, whatever. I'm waiting for the winner of Martin for you and the Jeb. B Wells, where are you at here in the losers bracket? Who are you waiting on? I'm assuming this is just a practice game for that, which, oh, you were way up there. You're still in the losers bracket, but you are top 12 still. Okay, so yeah, so you got a ways to wait for sure. Yeah, no, I'm going. Feel free to send a turn or send a challenge. I'm going to quick play this game with B Wells if he's here live. If he's not, then I'll jump over to your game. But yeah, by all means, feel free to send over a challenge. We are not hating on a turn 1 plasma bot. We're good with that. Another trade would have been nice to grab the blob fighter, but you can't have everything. B Wells in the house. Where are they going? Battle mech? They do grab the battle mech. Yeah, I can't fault that. Here's where I get in trouble. Because I know Frontiers is such an aggro format. I'm like, oh, easy. Light cruiser, blob fighter. But in the back of mine, there's a freighter there. We already have a fed cruiser out there. We have got an infested moon. My opponent's only got 3, so at least can't get, but who knows what else will flip. So I'm going to grab a deck 1 freighter. That's going to happen. Who is texting me? Make sure it's not the wife yelling at me for being too loud. It's not. It's the wife sending me a tic-tac. All right, so let's see what the Welser is going to do. So we flip a command ship, of all things. That's kind of crazy. We'll see if the Welster is available. We'll give him a little, there they go. There they go. So are they grabbing like Blob Fighter, C Flip, maybe by Explorer? Are they just going straight to Light Cruiser? They go straight to Light Cruiser. I cannot fault that at all. Yeah. All right. So we will grab the Blob Fighter, C Flip, by Explorer. We're not upset with that at all. Oh, and we bottom deck the freaking... Like, I just, like, I say this stuff happens, and I feel like it's just, like, confirmation bias, but I'm like, man, it's like it happens so often. Like, give me the freighter so I can, like, build into the Fed Cruiser or the Infested Moon. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Now, I'm not upset about this here. Oh, thank you. And I got a discard, too, so I get a scrap. That actually worked out pretty good. Now, my opponent has just explored, but they've got a lot of damage now. We're still stuck with the Viper in deck. That's okay. We'll, of course, grab Command Ship all day. Twice on Sundays. And I think we'll get rid of the Explorer now. Ooh, opponent drew 4. We got the 5. We're going to get the Mini Fred. We are definitely grabbing that Mini Fred all day. Now we're kind of wishing we're playing Endurance or Dodgeball right now. Got a little action going here. Opponent was debating that Frontier Runner. I will actually get rid of the... Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get rid of the Scout. So I want to get rid of this one Rogue Viper. If I still had both Vipers left, I would have kept them now. But I think because I had that one Rogue one, it's just going to annoy me when I draw it, and I want to trade it instead. Opponent's got this Light Cruiser up his sleeve. That thing is just coming down turn after turn after turn. They've only got one discard card, right? Yeah, they just... It feels like they drew it 3 turns in a row. Discard there. I don't really want a Frontier Runner to the top. Maybe I do. Whatever. Give me something juicy. Embassy out. We'll grab that. Doesn't do a lot for me right now, but I think we're good with what we got going. I was hoping I get Command Ship to go with Frontier Runner. Not that it will do much to my opponent doesn't have a base here, but at least get them together. 5. We'll grab the Jamming Terminal. Good with that. And see what my opponent's got going on here. Not a lot going on. Not a lot. Alright, we will scrap that. Unfortunately, we got a draw, which is going to bottom out the Command Ship. And apparently bottom out everything else. We'll grab that Missile Mech. Scrap this guy. And do some damage here. Alright, there's that discard on cue. Alright, so we will discard the Scout. Freighter is going to top deck us a Stealth Needle. And actually, that's game. Holy smokes, that went quick. Good game, sir. Good game. I appreciate that challenge. I apologize. I just need to step away for one moment. I will be right back. Thank you. Howdy ho, we are back. Back in his house. Anyways, yes, good game. Be well, thanks for sending that over. Appreciate that. And yeah, it looks like the Freighter did pay off that game. So we're good to go there. Game from Nomadic. So Nomadic sent over bases, gambits. I guess gambits is something we should have mentioned too. I don't know if you wanted gambits or not. But obviously Duke, she sent them. Promos. Yep, so none of this will have events. None of this will have heroes. So you're good to go there. All right, and we are live. If you want to play this out, I'm more than happy to play this out. Let's rock. Missilebot. Missilebot is one of the premier deck one buys for sure. And a Plasma Bot. Ooh. Oh, we got some choices here. All right, so you know my opponent has got a bazillion. So at most they've got 4 trade. They might only have 3. But they do have a Missilebot and a Plasma Bot. I think. So if I blow my draw 2 right now, though, I can get the Enforcer mech. Which I think if I want to stay competitive with the scrap game here, I think we're going to do it. And then Smuggling Run will let me buy a card of 4 or less cost for free. I was eyeing up the Customs Frigate. But honestly, Coalition Messenger, I think it's going to be good enough for me. It's going to give me an ally for my Enforcer mech. It's going to get me some trade. Potentially getting me some trade for Trade Fed, too, if I go that way. We'll see. All right, my opponent does have 3, so now they got a choice. They got Patrol Boat or Imperial Frigate. They take the Imperial Frigate. Definitely love that. Imperial Frigate is well known as one of my favorite cards. So I would love the Patrol Boat. But with my opponent already having 2 Scrappers, I can't let them have 2 Imperial Frigates. Are you kidding me? Wow. What is with this row? So we're going to get ourselves some of the delicious stylings of the... There it is. The Dr. Pepper Black Cherry Zero Sugar. And I do got to say, it's absolutely delicious. I love it. All right, we're going to scrap that Viper out. We'll grab one of these patrol boats. And pass turn. What did my opponent do last turn when I was doing that? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I got you. Oh, there goes the Parasite. Or, I'm sorry, the Pulverizer. And key note here, there is a 8 cost card out here. There's also a 5 cost card out here. So we're going to take minimum 5 from that Pulverizer. Ooh, this is tough. I think Falcon's really good for both of us. Patrol Boat is not great for my opponent, but not bad. But for me, it's decent. Or just grab the Customs Frigate and just see what happens. I'm going to grab a Patrol Boat. See what happens here. That's an interesting hand. No. Oh, there's the 8 damage to the face. But of note, my opponent did not have the discard this turn. So I'll grab that Union Stronghold. Get that off the row. First, before I take 5 damage from it. Alright, opponent's getting a long hauler now, and then flips a Capital World right after that. Are you kidding me? So my opponent potentially is going to have something to get that with right away. I think it's Falcon time. I think we're getting rid of this Explorer. We might grab another one here, but I think for sure getting rid of that one is the call. All right, there's 6. Barter World and a Cargo Craft. I get the allure of the Cargo Craft because it's got the built-in discard. Allying with the Imperial Frigate, but the Salt Pod here, to me, allying with the Imperial Frigate and the Pulverizer, I don't know. I would have a hard time leaving that out there. I'm going to grab that up. We'll grab a Predator. And I think we'll just grab the Cargo Launch because it doesn't hurt. Yes, sir. All right, this is a tight game. Especially when we draw poop like this. Oh, my opponent scraps the base. Because it does 8 damage to me. That's a pretty good reason to do that. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And then we'll just grab the trade wheel. Alright, ship is going down. We need to get these patrol boats to meet up. So far, they're not meeting up. The dream is to get those 2 to meet up and ally. Falcon. Imperial Frigate. Scrap the Imperial Frigate. It's like, are you kidding me? Alright, whatever. Scrap the Falcon. It's going to be all discard all day. Convert back. So we got a discard 3 on my opponent, which looks like that was a good time to get that discard 3. 16 damage. Give me the goods. That's not the goods, actually. Oh my goodness. Opponent's like, you know what? I'm just gonna get enough life to keep you out of being able to kill me here. Don't worry about it. Oh, Jesus. Can I get an Enforcer mech? Is it too much to ask? So I had 6 cards left. 2 of them being scouts. The other 4 being these cards. I drew 2. Which 2 did I draw? Scout number 1. Scout number 2. It just hurts. Oh, yeah, and I just flipped the brain world for my opponent to use for their pulverizer. What? Yeah, that happened. And now I have to kill the barter world because that blows up for 5 damage. Oh, this is so bad. Hey, there's all the good stuff. That's not a pulverizer. That is not a pulverizer. Now my opponent either buy Brain World to buy it, or you leave it to hope to live and scrap it with pulverizer. Stop drawing the scouts, please. Oh, we have enough anyways. Okay, never mind. We're good. All right, we got it. Somehow, we scraped out a victory there. Good game, Gnome. Thank you so much for that challenge. I appreciate that. What a wild game. That was a wild one for sure. Good game, good game. Hey, we get to sound this for once. Take down that action. All right, I got a couple more games here that are in queue. Let me go and fire off some turns on here. If anyone else wants to, feel free to send over a challenge. If anyone wants to send over a challenge, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I will play a few of these and we'll see where we end up here. Okay, do I buy Amanda? I might just want the draw. Especially with this. Or just buy the trade hauler first. Do I buy the Earl as well? Yeah, I have no scouts. I mean, yeah, let's just trade it up. Get all the trade we can. We'll try it here. And I got a little Chick-fil-A ice left here. From earlier, I'm a fan. It's not as good as Sonic Ice, but it's pretty good. Iron Station, Fed Shuttle. Oh, that's right, this is the game where my opponent had Dreadnought to the top. We're definitely grabbing that Alliance Frigate. Oh, the 6 did not get the Iron Station to meet up to get the Mega Hauler. That hurts. That hurts the soul a little bit. This game here with Rage. Can't buy anything before I flip. That's unfortunate. I would love to get this Light Cruiser in my deck. So let's go ahead and draw. I don't think the 1 Viper is going to make a difference. There we go. Now, do we get the free base kill? I think we do. Or take the trade. So Light Cruiser for sure we got. There's 4 trade. I only need 1 more to get the Enforcer mech as well. Oh, and plus I'm going to get a draw here. So let's figure that out. Okay. So now maybe take the free base kill. knowing that I got the trade I need. Like Cruiser. Where did my math go so weirdly wrong there? I think I was counting the trade from the Moonworm. Alright, whatever. Do we grab that trade star? Allies of both? Yeah, it actually does a fair bit of ally for me. Ooh, the shuttle. I've only got 3 bases. Spike cluster, though. Alright, there we go. We got those games cleared out. They are ready and willing to go. All right, people, I can't shake this cough. I don't know what's going on. It's like a tickle in the back of my throat, and it's annoying me for sure. I don't know if it's annoying you guys. It's been a really good stream. I think we're going to call her there. I really appreciate everyone for stopping out this evening. Again, Origins Game Fair is this week. Once again, the tournament on Saturday, you do not need to be at Origins to do that. You do have to sign up through XP Network, though. You have to sign up through there. And then I believe the tournament's going to be in-app. And I believe it's also going to be free. XP is only awarded to players. Okay, I take that back. You don't have to join with the XP network. Now, if you want the credit, the XP, and you also want the chance to get the Amazon gift card, then you need to sign up through XP network. Again, they are a company that they run a software for tournaments for many, many, many games. Wise Wizard just happens to be one of the ones that they work with. So make sure you check that out. That is Saturday. It is 1 p.m. East, 1 p.m. Central, I believe. I believe it's 1 p.m. Central. It might be 1 p.m. Eastern. This Saturday, the 21st. Let me make sure I'm not misquoting that. The 20th. Actually, the tournament might already be an app. Let's go and take a look here. There it is. Saturday. Cosmic Chaos. So it's not labeled something different, but I believe it's this tournament. But I could be wrong. It might show up still on there. So make sure you check that out. So that'll be in the app. And again, you sign up through XP Network to you have to sign up with your Star Realms username to be eligible for the prizes. So yeah, otherwise, Origins Game Fair in itself is going on. There's a lot of the community members are going there, and I believe they are still organizing a live dodgeball event for the weekend. Now, they were organizing it for the exact same time before this came out. So I don't know if they're flexing to that or adjusting to that or whatever the case may be, or maybe people will just do both. Who knows? But yeah, if you're going out there, good luck. Hope everyone has fun. I've really enjoyed my time every time I've gone to Origins. I think I've gone 3 times now. Yeah, 3 times now I've gone out there. So obviously not a ton, but still, I've enjoyed it every time I've gone. Great people out there. Lots of local Star Realms people are out there. So you can see them, and there's a lot of people that are close enough or go to enough conventions that it's a good opportunity to hang out with people you would not normally see. So yeah, otherwise I think we're going to call her there. It's been a great stream. Again, I appreciate all the challenges, all the chatter. And that is it. I hope you guys all have a great week. I will see you in the skies, and cue the Van Halen.